Donald Trump has now been back in office nearly 4 months. We've got the shaky economy. We've got the immigration mess. We've got global allies ducking Trump's calls. But there's a promise that might go down as the biggest scam of all that I want to talk about. And it might be one that's particularly damaging to millions of Americans. And it is health care. It is May of 2025, almost 5 years after Donald Trump told the world that his health care plan was 2 weeks away from being signed into law. And then it was 2 weeks away from being announced. And then it was, concepts of a plan. And there is still no plan. There's no draft. There's no framework. There's no leaked bullet points on a napkin. There is nothing. So let's rewind sort of to the beginning. The beginning was 2015 when Trump said he would replace Obamacare with a big, beautiful health care plan. We then cut to 2017 when they finally put together a framework. It was analyzed, and it turned out that between 24 and 32 million Americans would lose coverage if that plan became a reality. So that was scrapped. Cut to this moment in August of 2020, when Donald Trump famously told Chris Wallace, "We are 2 weeks away." Remember this?
In history.
I want to talk to you about Obamacare. Since the pandemic hit, millions of people have lost their jobs and thereby lost their health insurance. And almost 500,000 have signed up for Obamacare. Your administration just announced that you're signing on to a lawsuit to overturn Obamacare.
And replace it.
Why does it make sense to overturn Obamacare, with which people now are relying on? Democrats are going to say the man who's wanted to kill Obamacare is going to take away the protection for pre-existing conditions.
First of all, we got rid of the individual mandate. Pre-existing conditions will always be taken care of by me and Republicans, 100%.
But you've been in office 3.5 years. You don't have a plan.
Well, we haven't had. Excuse me. You heard me yesterday. We're signing a health care plan.
Signing a health care plan.
Within 2 weeks. A full and complete health care plan that the Supreme Court decision on DACA gave me the right to do. So we're going to sign an immigration plan, a health care plan, and various other plans. And nobody will have done what I'm doing in the next 4 weeks. The Supreme Court gave the President of the United States powers that nobody thought the president had.
So as you know, 2 weeks turned into 2 months, which turned into the end of his first term, which turned into years. Then came the 2024 campaign. And during the summer debate, when asked about healthcare, Trump said, "We're working on concepts. I have concepts of a plan, and we're going to roll it out very soon." The summer ended. The fall came and went. Winter came and went. Trump's president. It's now the spring, and we still have nothing. We have corporate giveaways. We have chaos. We have more attacks on the Affordable Care Act, but we have no health care plan. And meanwhile, you have tens of millions of Americans out there paying out of pocket for insulin and other medications they can't afford, skipping doctor's visits to avoid surprise bills. We still have a thing called medical bankruptcy in the United States, unknown in other Western wealthy developed nations. And what is Trump doing? He's ranting about windmills. He's praising the big, beautiful bill, which, by the way, includes $800 billion in cuts to Medicaid. So not only is there no replacement plan, Trump's gutting the programs that people rely on right now. We're looking at Medicaid, ACA subsidies, safety net. It's all being set on fire while Trump brags about how great all of the things are going as he golfs at Mar-a-Lago or Bedminster or wherever. He ran twice now on repealing and replacing Obamacare with something that's going to be better and it's going to be cheaper. And instead we got, these half-baked lawsuits to overturn Obamacare years ago, no serious alternative ready, a pandemic that exposed really that our patchwork system is very fragile. And then now we're in 2025 and there's no plan and there's millions of people in limbo. We all, of course, know at this point there was never a plan. The only plan all along has been say whatever it takes to win, figure it out later, except they don't actually figure anything out and hope that someone is going to come in and clean it up, maybe Fox News, or hope that there will be somebody else to blame it on. So, of course, it's bad policy, but there's a fundamentally cruel indifference here. Because It's the richest country on earth, and we don't guarantee health care to people. And there's a guy who promised to fix it, and he's ghosting the American people yet again. We've got to come to terms with the reality that he just doesn't really care about you that much. And this is one of maybe the greatest difficulties for your average Trump voter to accept. If you zoom out a little bit and you look at Trump's upbringing and his life and his career as a supposed business guy and doing deals and real estate stuff, Trump as this rich kid from Queens and Manhattan, born with a silver spoon in his mouth, he has spent most of his life trying to be kept isolated from the people he ultimately had to court to become president. And they think that Trump likes them and Trump respects them and all of it. He doesn't. And you don't have to look much further than the fact that we are now 10 years. This is a decade, folks, a decade. Think about everything that's happened over the last decade. And the entire time, Trump's been saying, I'm going to fix healthcare. We're going to have a plan. It's going to be next year. It's 2 weeks away. It's 2 months away. And he's done nothing. That's how much he cares about his followers. And it's really not much at all. You know, on this program, we have talked about two really important changes happening in the United States. One is that more people than ever have stepped away from organized religion. And two, we've talked about how Christian nationalism seeks to assert its dominance in so many of our institutions, connecting church and state under the law, in schools, in government, etc. I fully respect people's right and freedom to believe anything they want privately, but we need to draw a line and say that can't be pushed onto others through government and through civil legislation and lawmaking and all of these processes. That is exactly what our sponsor, the Freedom from Religion Foundation, is fighting to do. Keep church and state separate, just like our founders intended. So no matter whether you're secular and you've always been, or you left religion, or you're religious but you understand that the founders said keep church and state separate, the FFRF has your back. And I invite you to join the David Pakman Show in helping the FFRF. Go to ffrf.us/freedom or text David to 511-511 and become a member today.